There we go. Alright, we're going to continue with little Stardew Valley this morning. Good morning to anyone who's stopping by. Hey Richard, how's it going? Let's see, I want to make sure I'm hooked up to stream.me, so that's a new service I'm adding. There we go. Yeah, looks good. Make sure the audio's decent. Hopefully. So I started a new farm from the last one. I really didn't know what I was doing, and now I've kind of figured some stuff out, so decided to start over. And I have green skin. And a dog this time. Ooh. Let's see here. Hello, friend. The Fountain Lake has been kind to me lately. I'd like to share my good fortune with you. Ooh. Some fried calamari. That sounds good. Maybe I'll return the favor and give him something to eat. I'll get that in a minute. Let's see. So I'm played through the first year, and I'm back around to spring now. Oh, something. Oh, that's... I missed a spot last time. I thought I had one more crop to plant, but I couldn't figure out where. There was an update to this game last week, and it's greatly improved a lot of things, including getting around inside the coop when I've got chickens in my way, and ducks and rabbits. Let's see. I made it a lot easier to get around. I don't think I want that. Well, I'll chop it down in a minute. Got lots of strawberries. Hey Jay, good to see you. Trying to keep an eye. I've got the game over here and the chat over there, so trying to keep an eye on it. No milk yet. That's alright. We'll just close that. So, let's see, got some jelly. Don't need that. What else did I get here? save some of my cauliflower. Maybe some of that kale. And probably the strawberries. All right. What do I got left here? Okay, I've only got 8 days left in this season. I can plant some more. Can you poop in this video game? No, I don't believe so. Good question. Thanks for asking. No, there's no pooping involved. What kind of gaming headset, mister? It is a Microsoft LifeChat LX3000. And it plugs in with a USB. It has a nice little thing so I can mute. There. Unmute. Turn volume up and down from here. So that's kind of cool. And it seems to work pretty well. But no, you can't poop in this game. Not as far as I know. You can do all kinds of other things. Let's see. I'm just right now I'm doing a little cleanup because I just harvested a bunch of stuff. I think that's it. Oh, there's a spot. What else? Any other spots that I missed? Don't think so. I think that's it. Let's make a few more. Alright, that should be good. Tell you, inventory management is a real problem in this game, though. You get so much stuff. I wish there was like a bigger okay. Turtle Beach, yeah, I've heard that. Definitely heard that. Let's see here. I'm going to deposit some stuff here. That's lovely. Okay, well, Stream Me is interesting. It's not showing up. That's weird. It's not showing up on the... Well, I guess that's good. Might have to turn off the Stream Me chat if it's going to be just a waste of time. But we'll see. I can fix your stream. Yeah. Sure, where should I send that? No, I did not develop this game. It's a good question. It is the type of game that I would like to develop, but no. This was, I forget the guy's name offhand, but it was developed by just one guy. Let's see. I think I'll put some more kale right there. And I think I'm done planting for now. So, one moment. If you could just wait a second. I'm just going to check on something real quick. Hold on, I'll be right back. Where'd it go? Alright, sorry about that. Just had to figure something else out. Alright, what are your best games on Switch? Well, this one's fun. I'm kind of addicted to this one right now. Can I make my face cam bigger? Sure. That's fine. Let me just move this. Maybe make this bigger too. I thought I made that bigger before. But yeah, let me see. My favorite games on Switch. I have Hyrule Warriors, and I've got I like Splatoon, and what's the other one? Oh, Dragon Quest Builders is quite fun. So, at the moment, this is kind of my favorite. I've just been addicted to it lately. So, let's see here. Trying to remember what I was going to do today. I'm basically just trying to build up enough money to go to the desert so I can go to the next sort of dungeon area. But let's see. Let's see what we've got going on in town. Actually, I wonder if it might be better if I put this over here, just because my energy level, and if I do fighting, probably end up, yeah, so you can see my, I don't think there's any indicators on the other side of the screen. Craving for eel. Alrighty. Oh, hello. Patrick and Tyler. Thanks for joining me. Let's see. Calico Desert. So, let's see. I think I've given everyone gifts this week. that I wanted to, really. Oh, I could go see Linus. Let's see. I gotta remember on the 28th, a guy shows up at this playground that I should be able to find. On the 28th of spring. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of what I want to build next as well. Let me see. Well, I probably want to upgrade my barn. Big barn. Well, I've got enough money and wood and stone. I've got enough everything. I could probably do that. Yeah, might as well. Let's see. I know he likes this. Oh, she's closed already. Gosh, the time goes by so fast in this game. It's 5 o'clock, 5:10, 5:20. Oh well, might as well chop down some trees. I did too much farming today. Alright, that's enough of that stuff. Yeah, this is a bit of an uneventful day, unfortunately, but I had a lot of... Oop, wrong. Try to keep these things organized, but it's not easy. Alright. Here we go. Spring for me is not particularly... Hey there. Not particularly lucrative. Actually made a lot of money over the winter. I think I'm just going to go into the secret woods and... Oh, you know what? I need to go into the sewers, actually. Let's see here. I've got, I think when I got to, what was it, level 10 foraging, I got these little yellow arrows that tell me where stuff is. Somehow I never got that far in my last game, even though I got to like year 3. I guess I just wasn't doing as well. Yeah, I've thought about playing some Dragon Quest Builders. I've played through it several times, but it is kind of a fun game. Thought about streaming that a bit. I should probably do Splatoon. I haven't done that in a while. This guy has interesting things to sell. Sometimes he has good stuff, but not really today. Yeah. I'll go check my crab traps. Got a few traps out here on the beach. I find this kind of a relaxing game. It's rather low stress. One second. It's good for morning when I'm just waking up. I have to put bait in these traps after I grab whatever's in there. So do I... Let me see what... There's one of these... Let's see, artisan bundle. I only need 2 more things for this. Hey there. Cheese and goat cheese are a couple of things I could use. No, I'll have another fruit in the summer, so I'm not going to upgrade my barn. I want to save my money for the desert. Let's see. Milk and either goat's milk or wool. Yeah, okay. I'm just checking to see what I need to unlock these bundles here. Oh, it's raining. Let me see here. Actually, I've got this open right here. I need, well, catfish I'm never going to get. Well, I could, but... One second. I have the wiki open here. I need catfish for this bundle. And catfish are available spring or fall, secret woods, let's see, river. Okay. Let's see if I can get some of that. It's getting late, but that's alright. We'll try and catch some fish. Catfish are hard to catch. Sometimes you can buy them. And it's late already, so... Okay. Do I need that for anything? Let me see. Shad. No, I need a walleye for that. What's the best? PS4, Xbox? I prefer Switch, to be honest. Oh, I can lower that now, since I moved myself over. Personally, I like Switch. Oops, what happened there? There we go. But I'm not, you know, I'm just not into many of the sort of, most of the sort of cross-platform games. I play mostly like Nintendo exclusives and indie games and that sort of thing. So, in my opinion, Switch is best, obviously, for Nintendo exclusives, but also indies. I just find it's just got the most options, I think, for indie games like this one, in my opinion. Let's see, so I don't need that, and I don't need that or that or that. That, 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 or that. Type of games. Well, I like kind of relaxing games like this and Animal Crossing. I like I said before, I like Dragon Quest Builders. Kind of like a little Minecraft type game, if you're not familiar with Dragon Quest Builders. I like Zelda, any Zelda game. Any and all Zelda games. Breath of the Wild, fantastic. Absolutely my favorite recent game. I like Splatoon a lot, so a few multiplayer games here and there, but yeah, lots of different things. Oh, that's the wrong one. It's the problem with... No, that was right. I can't keep track of where I'm keeping stuff here. I wish there was a bigger chest. Let's see. Put this in the fridge. Eventually I'm going to learn how to make crab cakes, so that'll be useful. Crab cakes. But yeah, I like kind of these sorts of relaxing games. But like I said, I think I'm going to play a little... I haven't played it in months. Splatoon. So I might play a little of that later. What kind of games do you like? Oh, also role-playing games. I play. I've not played it. I'm tempted. I don't have it. I'm tempted. Ooh, complete breakfast. I'm tempted. I see a lot of people playing it. I've never played any of the Super Smash games before, so I'm sure I wouldn't be great at it to start, but I'm not opposed to it. I just haven't had a chance to play it. I know that's what everybody's playing right now. I'm doing something different. Pierre here, really want a plate of sashimi. Oh god, that one. I don't know how you learn sashimi. Have you played that, Mike? Is it good? I see a lot of people enjoying it, so it must be. Man. Well, it's the 21st. I've only got 7 days left. I guess I can still plant some stuff. This is kind of the period of the month where I spend most of my time picking crops and planting new ones. Hi there. Where's the other duck? Oh, there he is. You've played its predecessors? That's cool. Yeah, I'm not super into that game. I know it's quite different, but I've never been into fighting games all that much. I used to play, you know, Mortal Kombat as a kid, but really kind of, I think I probably played it too much. I played myself out. I'm not into sort of fighting games anymore. But like I said, I like you know, multiplayer competitive games like Splatoon. It's really cool. How much space do I have here? My Switch thing, it gets stuck. I'm gonna have to get a new one because it keeps getting stuck on up. And I end up going up all the time. You're not into the Fortnite? No, not really. I've played it with my son. My son is 13. I should know that faster. Yes, my son is 13 and he loves it. Just absolutely loves it. And he asked me to play with him, and of course, yes, I did. I was very happy to. So I played it with him a couple of times, and I played it, you know, on my own a couple of times, but nah. Well, obviously that's different from Smash Brothers, but I think they're still too young to give me milk. But yeah, I mean, I kind of enjoyed that, but yeah, again, not really my thing. Ooh. Yeah, I know this game isn't super exciting to watch. I'm aware of that. But, like I said, it's early in the morning. It's 6 a.m. here in Arizona. So, need a game to kind of start the morning with. Even though technically I've been awake all night, but, you know. Ooh, inventory's full. Okay. Like the new I don't think he's played it. He never got into. I got him. Whatever the last, either X or Y. I have one and he has the other. I think maybe I have X and he has Y. He never got into Pokemon, so I mean, I never really did either. But yeah, I mean, I got him it and he played it a little bit, and I think he just got sick of it. And so, yeah, when the new one came out, I know the new one's quite different. I might get it for him and see if he likes it or ask him if he wants it. But nah, he never brought it up, so I figured. Plus, you know, it's kind of weird. It looks very different. It looks very like Pokemon Go, which I was totally addicted to for a while. And yeah, it's weird how you don't really do battles against, I guess, the wild Pokemon you don't do battles against. You just throw the ball at them. It's very Pokemon Go-ish. Hey there, 808 Panda. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna plant a few more parsnips and be done with it for the season. Actually, say hi to my dog. That should be good. Hopefully those will fetch a good price. Let's do something different today. Let's see, put this away. So I can never remember where everything goes. I've got a couple of eggs to put away. I think gaming headsets are becoming more important. Probably either a gaming headset or a really good microphone. Like I've seen a lot of people streaming, not necessarily gaming, but doing a lot of streaming with a real, professional microphone in front of them. But I guess if you're just talking about gaming, not necessarily streaming, probably. I mean, if you're gonna be playing against people and you want to talk to them, it's probably not a bad idea. What was this? Oh, I don't think I have any eel. So yeah, I would say so. I built these walls to keep my ducks and chickens from straying too far. And my cows. So yeah, this headset I got a long time ago. This is like 10 years old. And I hardly used it for many, many years. And then when I started getting into streaming and stuff, I found that it's actually really good. Ah, this is what I was looking for. Hey there, Tigra. Are you using your headset for streaming mainly? Yeah, pretty much. I have this, like when I'm not streaming, when I'm just gaming, unless I need to talk to someone, if I'm just listening, I have this wireless, I don't know if you can, let me see if you can see that. Yeah, this Bose wireless speaker here. Let's see if I turn it that way, yeah. Which is nice. It's kind of a pain because sometimes it'll disconnect randomly. Sometimes I just have to like reset my Bluetooth. But I got that for my birthday a couple years ago. And that's what I use when I'm not streaming. Just because, these things hurt my ears after a while. But yeah, obviously it doesn't have the microphone. I have a mic, I believe, in my webcam, but it's not, it's not great. So, mostly just use the headset for streaming. Let's see, do I need anything? Ornamental hay bale, that's new. The other thing with the headset, is this too loud? Let me turn this down just a bit. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I have ferrets in the other room, and sometimes they get very loud and noisy. And so yeah, I would imagine people would hear them and it would be somewhat distracting if I didn't have this, because this definitely doesn't pick them up at all. Which is good. They're being noisy. Right now I think they're asleep. They sleep like 20 hours a day. But when they're awake they can be quite loud. Alright. Let's go in the mines. See what we can find. I'm trying to think of what I need to do. I guess probably go near the bottom. Hold on, let me turn that. I don't know. Let me know if the background music or anything is too loud or too soft or whatever, because I hear it in my headphones, but I've got it turned down a bit on the stream. So you're hearing it probably quieter than I am. Hopefully, because it's really loud in my ears, which is probably why I'm screaming slightly. Did you buy your son another headset? No, he doesn't use a headset. He doesn't need it. So he doesn't really play. I mean, he's 13. He doesn't really, play multiplayer games where he needs to talk to anyone. And I mean, yeah, we can just talk. The couple of times we played Fortnite, we just... What did we do? I think we were on FaceTime together at the time. So he has his own Switch, but... yeah, no need for a headset. If he did want one, if he needed one for some reason, I'd be happy to get him one, but... These guys, if you're not careful, they can actually kill you quite quickly. These slimes can be quite deadly. A way down. That's weird. Okay. Doesn't everyone use a headset? I don't know. I've only played with him. So we just played like 2-player together against each other, and like I said, we had each other on FaceTime separately. So I don't know. Does the Switch version of Fortnite support chat at the same time? I have no idea. I don't know if you have to do that through like the Nintendo Network or something, but at any rate, yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, he does play Fortnite on his own, and I think he just doesn't talk to people. I guess. I mean, you don't have to. It's kind of all, you're kind of out, every man for himself kind of thing, so I guess you can have teams and sort of strategize, but you don't really have to. You can kind of just play on your own, and he seems to like it. He recently asked me if he could get something. They had some sale for Black Friday for whatever, V-Bucks or whatever, so I don't know if that buys him different outfits or different looks. I'm not exactly sure. It's like I said, I don't play it much. I've got it still on Switch. I mean, it was free, but oh, I know what it was. He got that for I guess the Season 7 stuff. He said he needed, I guess he had to pay for the Season 7 content. So, yeah. He asked me recently if he could get that. So obviously he's playing it. Let's see here. Some of these things, see, my controller's a little screwed up. I think I'll eat the fried calamari. Yoink. Do you see Fortnite popularity fading anytime soon? Yeah, eventually. I haven't looked recently. I mean, I know it's still kind of growing at the moment, but yeah, I'd guess a year from now. I mean, I'm sure there's still going to be millions of people playing it, but I think probably a year from now it won't be nearly as much of a phenomenon. It'll sort of, the battle royale thing will kind of be, passé, or won't be nearly as hot as it is right now. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be popular for many, many, many years. I mean, there's still people playing Dota 2. I mean, there's still millions of people. There's still millions of people who play World of Warcraft. So, yeah, I'm sure 10 years from now, Fortnite will still exist. But yeah, I'm betting in about a year it won't be quite as... oh, what am I doing? There's a ladder right there. Won't be as crazily popular. I was waiting for a ladder and it was right there. Oops. Switch to my axe. So right now I'm just trying to make enough money to... you have to basically pay to get to the desert. Just sort of the next area where you fight things. So I'm trying to get to 25,000. Ooh, that guy. I think I've got enough gold that I could probably make a bunch of gold bar. Oh, what am I doing? Get out of here. I'll probably make and sell a bunch of gold bars at this point. Yeah, I only need 25,000 to get there, so I think I'm probably good. Let's see. Alright, let's put away all my junk. That. Do you see any type of video game genre or title taking over after Fortnite? I don't know. I don't know. I definitely couldn't have predicted the Battle Royale thing. I have no idea. I'm sure it'll be something. Something new. But I really can't predict. Unfortunately. Let's see. Trying to figure out what I want to... yeah, man, I've got a lot of gold bars. I can sell a bunch of those. That should be good. You sell things in this game by sticking them in this box. So, yeah, I don't know. I watched a thing, I don't know if you watch, what was it? I guess it was Game Theorists had a really good video on why Battle Royale is so popular. And a lot of it was kind of by accident. It was kind of amazing. This game feels like an SNES game. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is an indie game. This is out on Steam. This is on like every imaginable platform, I think. Now what am I doing? I need to put stuff in my fridge. Yep, like I said, this is an indie game that was created entirely by one guy. So I don't know if he did like all the music and everything. And it was a guy that doesn't do, or that didn't do any other games before this. He kind of taught himself how to program. I have to look up and see what it's written in. I'm curious to know. It kind of feels like it was made in like RPG Maker or something. Maybe he made it in like Game Maker. I don't know that Steam... is Steam going to make GameStop go bankrupt? I think GameStop is going to go bankrupt. I don't know that Steam is necessarily to blame. I think I would blame GameStop. Well, I mean, I don't know if they're going to bankrupt. I mean, they've kind of switched over to like selling those stupid Funko Pop things and well, and you know, like amiibos and stuff like that. I've bought a few amiibos at GameStop. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say Steam has a pretty big hand in it. But I mean, GameStop, oh God, it's so horrible. I mean, their corporate policies are terrible. With just, you know, the way they treat their employees, the way they treat customers, it's all terrible. Just heard bad things from GameStop employees. you know, they're required to, you know, push certain types of games and certain, you know, I guess, like used games and stuff like that in a certain way that just seems sketchy. Sorry, I'm doing it quickly. I was just checking the weather report, the fortune teller. Living off the land. Here's a tip. Don't forget your weapon's special attack. Oh yeah, I know. Alright, well I have enough to get to the desert. So let me put some of this stuff away. Did I leave the chicken coop open? I guess I did. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, if they can diversify and like get new sort of things to make money off other than video games. What's my favorite video game company? Boy, you're throwing some hard questions at me. Let me think about that. Favorite video game company. Well, I like indie companies. Hope you don't mind if I smoke. Oh, I can tell you. Way Forward. Absolutely. Way Forward is my favorite game company. They make the, I don't know if you've heard of them, but Shantae games, and they did the DuckTales remastered game, which was awesome, and Mighty Switch Force, and yeah, they're doing or have done a lot of like remasters and remakes of some games, and then they've got their own few games, like the Shantae series is fantastic. So Way Forward is definitely my favorite at the moment. And it's a small company. I don't like large companies. Especially when they get really large, like Blizzard merging into Activision and everybody merging into EA and just becoming terrible. Ubisoft is terrible. Ugh. I mean, they take all these good games and just ruin them. So, yeah, at the moment, I'll have to think if I can think of any other game companies that I like other than Way Forward. I hear you. Cows. Well, I like, actually, it's one big game, Square Enix, or big game company. Square Enix is good. It's a Japanese company, but yeah, the newest Dragon Quest game is fantastic. Are they the ones that did Bravely Default? Is that Square Enix? I don't know, but obviously their big ones are Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest. But yeah, what was the recent? Trying to think of what else Square Enix has done recently. I know Dragon Quest is their big, most recent one. Oh, Dragon Quest Builders. That's the other one that I'm kind of addicted to right now. Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, that's another great, yeah. Yeah, Square Enix just has hit after hit. They're fantastic. And they don't do stupid stuff. So many game companies just ruin their own games. I mean, the Battlefield 5 is awful, and what was the name of the other one? Let me turn down this music. It's really loud. My ear here. Hold on. There we go. I can turn this up. Yeah, it's like distracting in my ear. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts. What was the other game that was? Oh yeah, Fallout 76 is supposed to be awful. I mean, all these companies are ruining their own games. But Square Enix, you know, knock on wood, keeps having hit after hit. Nothing to complain about with them. Let's see. Let's go get these geodes checked out. And obviously, like, you know, companies like whatever the name is, this company. There's just so many great, like, indie companies that come out with games like this. Well, Nintendo. Nintendo's fantastic always. They've obviously had missteps here and there, but yeah, Nintendo, fantastic game company, and obviously very large. Oh yeah, I love Nintendo. Yeah, like I said, I love Splatoon, and Zelda, Breath of the Wild, spectacular game. I think I've gotten this before. Yeah. So yeah. And I'm obviously playing on a Switch. So, yep. What do I have? Let's see. 30 pieces of wood. I kind of started ignoring these ones. Oh yeah, Metroid 4, I can't wait. Oh, not to mention Animal Crossing for Switch when that comes out. I'm going to be playing that all the time. But yeah, yeah. I was streaming, I should get back to it. I was streaming Samus Returns for the 3DS. I'm kind of halfway through. Should get back to that. Yeah, love Metroid. Ta-da! Ooh, that should open up the desert. Yeah, I'm really excited about Metroid Prime 4. If I could find, I have the whole Prime trilogy for Wii. If I could find that, I think it's in a box somewhere. If I could find that, I would play that a bit, streaming online. What am I missing here? Apple. And a pomegranate. I don't know. How's it doing lately? I mean, is it, I know the sales are great. I don't know that, I'm sure PS4 is doing fine too. Is Xbox One still, is that selling well? I don't, it seems like Xbox has been floundering lately. They may dominate Xbox, but I don't know about PS4. People love PS4. And there's going to be games that you're going to get on PS4 that you're just not going to get on Switch because it's just not as powerful. So I don't think it'll dominate PS4. But Xbox, I don't think differentiates itself enough. I mean, why get that over PS4? I'm not sure if there's a reason. So last time I looked, Xbox sales were kind of lagging, but that was many months ago, so could have changed. Come on, sell me something. Void egg. Oh, he doesn't have anything good today. He has different things every day. PS4 for $200. Oh wow. Was that like for Black Friday? Is that a Black Friday sale? Let me think. I had a PS4. I sold it, actually. I had like the original PS4 at my office, I used to live and work in Nashville, and when I moved, I ended up selling it. I actually had it at my office for like people to play, and nobody ever played it. And I kind of wish that I'd kept it, but wanted to get a PS4. Bobry Quagry, you're copying. You're copying Mike. So yeah, I had one at my office. Nobody played it. I kind of wish I'd kept it, but when I moved, you know, somebody asked if they could just buy it, and I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So yeah, I mean, I doubt I'll buy a new one because I barely have enough time to play as much Switch as I like to. Do I have enough room? Yeah. But I do wish that I had just kept it instead of selling it. Because I'm sure I would play it now. Switch is a little too expensive. No real good deals lately since it's kind of new. Yep. That is true. They have absolutely no reason to cut the price. None whatsoever. I'm pretty sure their sales are still through the roof. Let me see what, let's see. Foraging, fishing. Okay, my foraging is already up to 10. I need to work on my fishing. So yeah, last time I streamed this, I kind of regretted it because everybody was like, this is boring. So if this is boring, just let me know. I'm happy to just play this on my own and play something else now if you want. Play Dragon Quest Builders or Splatoon. Or what other games do I have? I will not play Fortnite. New record on a wood skip. Oops. Yikes. Forgot to switch to my sword. I can hear my ferrets. They're rattling around back there somewhere. Another good reason for me to have a headset. Zelda? Breath of the Wild? Like from the beginning? Hard mode or regular? I'd be happy to. I love Zelda. I've played it through on regular and hard several times, actually. Where did that arrow go? Oh, there it is. Why am I getting people like repeating? I would be happy to, if you're serious. I do have to. The only issue with this game is you can't like save in the middle of a day. You basically have to go to sleep and that saves. If you stop in the middle of the day, it'll reset that day. But that's no problem. I can put away my stuff. Best Zelda games. Well, I'm old. My favorite, my absolute favorite, is the original Zelda 1. But Ocarina of Time is another. It's probably my. Is Ocarina of Time my second favorite? You know, so many people like A Link to the Past. I like it. No problem with it. I love it, but it's just not my favorite. It's not really in my favorite, like top 3. I would say Ocarina of Time is probably number 2 after Zelda 1. And then, well, yeah, I would say so. And then Breath of the Wild. Let me just make sure I want to. So yeah, quite old school. I like Zelda 1. But I don't have any problem with putting this game on hold as soon as I put away some stuff. You can watch the little, whatever they're called, Juminos or whatever, fix the bus, and then I'll be more than happy to play something else. Yeah, I think that's all. What makes Ocarina of Time better? Nostalgia. Mostly just nostalgia. Yeah, I mean, you know, I think if I were objectively like judging them all, like if I didn't have any memories of playing it because it was the first 3D Zelda and just so amazing to me when it came out. Yeah, objectively Breath of the Wild is better, but it's just I can't, I'd have to rank Ocarina of Time higher just because I just love that game. Oh, no. You don't have to switch. I was just making recommendations. Well, I didn't know if this is boring to people or not. I just, I feel self-conscious because I'm like, is everyone like, God, this game is just, I like playing this, on my own. I just don't know if it comes through very well through streaming. If it's just like, I mean, it's nice because I can play it and talk at the same time. It's not like one of those games where I have to be like, okay, everybody be quiet. I have to concentrate. But yeah, we can go to the desert next. That's sort of next up here. Let me see. How much coal do I have? But what's the point of this game? It has no point. The point of this game is farming and mining, and eventually, now I haven't done too much since I started streaming, but you can give presents to people and get married. So if you look here, you can see like these are all you can talk to all these people and give them presents throughout the week, and all the people who have single, you can eventually marry them. I'm actually wanting to marry Abigail, although she doesn't have the most hearts for me at the moment. So it's kind of like Minecraft or whatever, in that there's no point to it. You just make money and advance and expand your farm, and it's just kind of one of those, like I said, relaxing games where you just... Oh, they're fixing the bus. There's no real story, as far as I can tell. So... there. So yeah, you eventually get a bigger barn, and you can get sheep and pigs, and you can get, well, I have a few ducks, you can get rabbits, and forecast for tomorrow, clear and sunny tomorrow. So yeah, and I've even talked to like girls who play this game who got it mainly because you can have relationships and get married. And I'm like, that's not my favorite part of the game. But I can see why that would be an attractive aspect to some people. But you kind of have to, because as you advance, as you make closer friends with these people, they like send you things. They send you new recipes for food and stuff, and so you can get like these achievements for cooking. And I mean, it's a silly game. I think I will exit, actually, since I just saved. Oh, and there's a co-op mode that they just added like last week. So let's see what else. In fact, why is 4? Oh, because it just updated. So here's what I've got. If y'all want to watch something else, Hyrule Warriors. I'm pretty far on that. Dragon Quest Builders. That's an awesome game. Awesome game. Zelda. Don't Starve. Although if I was going to play Don't Starve, can you multiplayer this game? No, I don't think that's how it works. I don't. Basically, you just have 2 people on your farm. You can, you can just kind of split up the chores. I think you can, and you can go and fight like in the mines and stuff together. I don't know if the second person, like you can build a second house for the other person. I don't know if the other person can have their own relationship or not. Like I said, they just added it last week, so I don't know what you can or can't do, but I don't think you can form a relationship between the 2 people. Dragon Quest, it's kind of like an RPG. Like I said, it's kind of like Dragon Quest meets... God, this controller, I swear to God, I'm going to get a new one today. It's kind of like Dragon Quest meets Minecraft. So you build, like, see how it's all blocky? You kind of build towns, and you break and make blocks, and but there is actually a story to it that involves fighting creatures and building up towns. And I mean, frankly, I find that one actually more interesting. I mean, I could play that for a bit if you want. Might as well. I have several. I think. Let me think about this for a second. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just play myself. I can show you. I'll start from the beginning. The only thing with using my main account is that I've already gotten all the achievements, so I wonder if I can change the titles in the middle. I probably shouldn't show this. I'll probably get are all these streaming from the cloud? No, they're local. They're local for me. Hold on one second. Why am I doing it over there? I've got a browser over here. Hold on one second. Let me just go to Restream and change my titles. Dragon Quest. Oops. Builders. Hopefully this will change. Everywhere. There we go. Alright. So no, they're not streaming. They are on my Switch. I've got it down here hooked up to an Elgato. Let's play from the beginning. Video capture device. Let me turn this down a bit. There we go, that's better. I might turn this down. So, oh, let me put this chat back in front of here. So thou art come before me at last. I am the Dragon Lord, Master of Masters, King of Kings. And this is, yeah, this is my Switch. Long have I awaited this moment. Come, take thy rightful place at my side. Do so, and I will grant unto thee dominion over half this world. This is actually the end of Dragon Quest 1. Thou wishest not for half the world? Wilt thou not reconsider? 'Tis an offer few would refuse. So basically the premise of this is that at the end of Dragon Quest I, the Dragon Lord offers you the hero, and this actually happens in the game from 1986 or whenever it came out. He offers you half the world if you will. The Dragon Quest game on PS2, which, do you remember what number that was? That was a long time ago. So at the end of Dragon Quest I, he offers you half the world. You can say yes, and then the game's over, or you can say no and defeat him. But the premise of this game is that the hero said yes, and then the world got plunged into darkness. So which Dragon Quest was on PS2? I don't know. Like the one that came out on PS2? Let's see. Dragon Quest PlayStation 2. I probably have it on DS. Was it 8? Journey of the Cursed King? I don't think I played that one. Did I? I don't think so. I played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I don't think I played anything beyond that. Well, did I play 7? I might have, but it's been a long time. I don't remember. I had a PS2 and a PS1. After so long a slumber, your body will still be weak. So yes, you start out as this little guy. Oop. I like how you can control the camera. Do I like the older Dragon Quest games? Yeah, definitely. I'm actually I have a friend, Leonard Euler de Moogle, who's been playing some Dragon Quest games on Twitch last few weeks, and I forgot how kind of boring Dragon Quest II was. I think he played through 1, which I've played through many times. I haven't played Dragon Quest 2 in a long time, but apparently that game's quite boring. I don't know. I haven't played in many, many years. But I remember 4, 5, and 6 were really good. I played those more recently. Definitely good. So, healing cream. Oh, I'm going to use my healing cream. I wish to leave this place. So somebody's talking to this guy. Some goddess or something. It's a little bit tutorial-y at the beginning, but it kind of opens up quite quickly. It's just showing you how to build stuff. Oh, let me just switch over to where is, there we go. Okay. Equip. Yeah, it's just explaining how to, he falls asleep, how to use equipment and stuff. Do I like this better than Zelda Breath of the Wild? No, no way. You want me to switch to Zelda now? I don't know, you were asking about it, so, and I've been thinking about streaming this, but no. I mean, Breath of the Wild is fantastic. It's probably my favorite game on Switch so far. No question. Yeah. Okay, yes, I know how to place blocks. Right. Yeah. There we go. Actually coming out with a sequel to this very soon, I believe. There we go. Breath of the Wild did come out on the Wii U. Yes, absolutely. Yes, Wii U and Switch. Almost 2 years ago. It was a year and 3/4, like April of 2017. So yeah, it was a launch title for the Switch. I have a Wii U, but I did not get Breath of the Wild for Wii U. I have Pikmin 3 on Wii U, among other things. You are not a hero. If nothing else, remember this. So Switch doesn't have its own? Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't have one that's just only exclusively on Switch. Not yet. I would imagine they're going to come out with one. I don't know. I don't know if the next one is gonna be a 3D or if it's gonna be more of like a 2D Zelda, like Link Between Worlds, which I also love. Let's see, flew this flag to the bitter end, plant the flag once more, blah blah blah. Go make haste. But yeah, I would imagine they're probably going to come out with a Zelda in 2019. Did you think the Wii U? It was, unfortunately. I didn't want to admit it for a long time, but I think it was sad because it just, yeah, it's kind of a crazy system. I mean, they marketed it so poorly, people didn't understand. Is it a new system? Is it just the same as the Wii? Nobody. I mean, why did they name it that horrible name? I think that had a lot to do with it. So it kind of never got this. How do I? Oh, whoops. What made it fly? Well, I'm talking about that. Man, I forgot the controls on this game. I think a lot of it had to do with the name, because people didn't recognize that it was a new system, and so they didn't buy it because they were like, well, I already have a Wii. And so they never got this. You have to have people buy the system in order to have game developers develop for it. And so if people don't buy it, then game developers don't make good games for it. And then if they don't make good games, then people don't want it. And it's just kind of this death spiral that they got in really early on. And they really should have named it something differently, marketed it differently. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, the gamepad thing, where the extra game screen, I think, made the price too high for what it was, because they had to have this whole separate thing, and it was just weird. I mean, it was too gimmicky. It was just too gimmicky. They kind of went crazy. Like the Wii was kind of gimmicky, but like it worked, and then they just kind of got to like, oh, a gimmick worked. Let's like do super gimmick and make it, motion control and a separate screen, and then it's like, yeah, it was just so many things. So many things went wrong, and you couldn't even like take the screen with you to another room. And the battery life, and I mean, it's like I could name 100 different reasons. There's just so many things, so many things. and they didn't have good titles from the beginning. I mean, you know, oops. When you start a system with a fantastic, super awesome Zelda game like they did the Switch, you know, you can't lose. Like, think about the Wii had, on day one, am I right about this? The original Wii had Twilight Princess on day one. And it was like, bam, it took off. I mean, hardcore gamers are like, awesome, like, you know, gritty, realistic, awesome Zelda game on day one, sold. And then, you know, casual gamers are like, oh, I can play bowling, you know, at the same time. And it just came at the right time. And the was that right? Was it Twilight Princess? I feel like it was. I think that's right. Yeah. Gosh, it's been so long. So I mean, I think the Wii was, I mean, obviously it was a huge success. What, they sell like over 100 million consoles? I think the Switch is absolutely their best console to date. Absolutely. So far it's fantastic. But the Wii was great. Obviously the original NES was right time, right place. And the Super NES spectacular system. You know, the N64 is like I said, I liked it. I liked Ocarina of Time, but things started to go downhill at that point with the N64. And then somehow they just, you know, again with the, alright, what does she want me to do next? I don't even remember. She wants, oh, put a light, okay. Yeah, things started to go downhill with the N64, and then the GameCube. I think again it was just like poor marketing combined with, I believe the GameCube was just extremely difficult to develop for, from what I've heard. No, I've liked them all. I liked them all. And what was it like? I think of them in terms of Zelda games. What's it called? Wind Waker. Wind Waker was on the GameCube. But yeah, I mean, I think if I had to rank them, gosh, I've forgotten the controls on this. If I had to rank them, yeah, GameCube probably the lowest. Even though I thought it was great, but I don't think it sold very well. Other than Wind Waker, I don't think they had a whole lot of like really good games for it. Not that I don't remember. I'd say it's just not memorable. I don't remember what else they had besides Wind Waker. And I guess Super Mario Sunshine, which I think was, as I recall, kind of a buggy mess. It was hard because that was about the time when I went to college. And so it's hard for me to remember because I didn't play a lot of video games. I kind of got into PC more than anything else in college. But yeah, then the Wii just... Oh, see, I never played Luigi's Mansion. See, that's another one. I know it had a lot of good games, but I think it just... It's kind of like a lot of good games that nobody's heard of, you know, that nobody seemed to have played. I mean, the people who played them love them, but oops, why am I pressing the wrong buttons here? And I know Luigi's Mansion's good, but I never played it. So it felt like they were really more concentrating on mobile at that point because they were doing, you know, selling zillions of Game Boy Colors and Game Boy SPs, and I know I was more into the the mobile consoles at that point, or the mobile Nintendo stuff at that point. But again, it was probably because I was in college, and when I was in my dorm, I was mostly playing PC games. So, or PlayStation 1. Make 2 beds. Ooh, okay. So yeah, I mean, not that I didn't like it, but I'm just saying if I had to rank them, I think GameCube, yeah, would probably be the lowest on the list. So, gosh, I keep hitting the wrong button. Did I buy the retro SNES? Oh, yes, I do. I do have that. Absolutely. I missed out on the NES Classic, but I do have the SNES Classic. Yes, I got that. Now, I guess is the NES Classic back on sale again? I heard that somewhere, but I don't really have a desire to get that, because I have an NES. I have an SNES for that matter. But I mean, even like the NES Classic doesn't have a lot of the games that I liked, seems like. Or it has a lot of games that I can play on other systems. I mean, I've got like Zelda and Kid Icarus and Mario Brothers on my DS. So, yeah, for some reason I decided to get the SNES Classic. The SNES Classic, I think it's great. It's got a lot of games that I never played, like Earthbound. I never played that, and I never played Super Mario RPG. And I've played them on that, and they're really quite fun. So I was happy to get that. It's definitely got some excellent games that I've never played. And Super Metroid. Oh my god. Super Metroid's like one of the best. Well, that's probably the best one in the whole Metroid series. I'm not even paying attention to this game at this point. I'm just talking to you instead. What does she want me to make? Oh, she wants me to make a chest. Okay, got it. I'm just like, I'm not even paying attention. But yeah, I love the SNES Classic. I should plug that into my video capture card and play some Metroid. I'm really just not... I'm kind of just fooling around at this point. I'll do something more serious later. Final Fantasy 3. Is that on the SNES Classic? If it is, that is actually my favorite. It's actually Final Fantasy 6, of course. That is actually my favorite Final Fantasy game. One of my favorite games of all time. I don't even remember. I mean, I assume it is. You wouldn't have brought it up otherwise. Super Metroid. Oh yeah, it is on there. I hadn't played it on there, but yeah, I have it. I played it when it originally came out on SNES, and yeah, favorite Final Fantasy game of all of them. Absolutely, but it's long. I remember actually when I got it, you know, when it first came out, and I played it, and about halfway through, there was a point where it basically crashed, and I don't know if it was just I don't know if this was a common thing, Or maybe they... I don't know. But I got to a point where it would crash every time. So I could reload my save and go again, and it would just crash at a certain point in the game every single time. And I don't know why, but I remember I had to bring it back and be like, and this was like months after I'd bought it, and be like, well, it took me this long to get to this point in the game, and it keeps crashing. And I could actually even demonstrate it. It was probably GameStop. And I demonstrated it to the guy, and I showed him. It's like, look, it crashes every time. I don't know what's wrong with it. And he actually gave me a new one. But I had to start all over after I'd been playing it for like 2 months. And it was like some part where you had to break up your team into like multiple teams. This is crazy. What is this blueprint I got? I don't even know what it is. How is there not enough space there? Is this for, oh, okay. Alright, I can remove that. So you get these blueprints. So yeah, Final Fantasy... What am I doing? 3/6 on Super NES is my favorite. Probably my favorite. Definitely my favorite role-playing game of all time. Easily. And probably, yeah, my favorite SNES game overall. I'm going to put this over in this corner here. Oops. Gotta keep it in the town. Okay. Oh, keep pressing the wrong button. So yeah, you get these blueprints and stuff, and you have to build these little buildings. I keep pressing the wrong button because I'm so used to I got so used to Stardew Valley. I'm using the Stardew Valley commands. So yeah, it's kind of like Minecraft, where you have to break these blocks and build stuff with them. A little bit. You can see my friends popping up. I guess people are waking up on a Sunday, 7 a.m. Well, it's 7 a.m. Mountain Time anyway. Go. To make a room, it has to just be 2 blocks high. You can make them higher, but that's all you need in order for it to like register as a room, a valid room. And it looked like I needed a bonfire, but I am missing some blue goo. I bet I know where I can get some blue goo. Right here. Oh, you know what? I should switch to the Oaken Club. There we go. That'll be stronger. Blue goo. These guys will actually attack you if you attack another one of their buddies nearby. Okay, that's good. That's probably enough blue goo. Make me a workroom. Yes, ma'am. Honestly, am I more of a console player or PC? I would say like 60-40. I really play a lot of both. But since the Switch came out, well, maybe 75%. Yeah, I probably play the Switch, well, I'd say between 60 and 70% of the time. When it comes to PC games, yeah, I mean, I still play. I don't play a lot of different PC games. I play Don't Starve. Actually, let me open up. While I'm thinking about it, I can open up Steam, open up my Steam library, and see. I don't have a lot. I don't like. I know people have like Steam libraries that are insane with like 200 or 300 games, and I'm like, I have like 20. Recently I played Bendy and the Ink Machine. It's an awesome game. Crashlands is a fun game, although I play that on iPad too. Bard's Tale Trilogy, Bard's Tale 4, Don't Starve, What Remains of Edith Finch, that's a good game. What else? Like Civilization. I love Civilization. I play all those on PC. But yeah, I guess probably 75% console. That's only since the Switch came out, honestly. Before the Switch... Oh, shoot. See, I keep pressing the wrong damn button. Before the Switch came out, yeah, I was like almost 100% PC for a while. Even though I had a Wii U. I didn't play it nearly as much as I played PC games. So yeah, the Switch completely changed my gaming habits. And I would have started streaming earlier, but like I said, I was playing Switch all the time and I didn't have a video capture card until quite recently. So it's like I could only stream PC games, but I was playing Switch all the time. I wish I'd had one. I would have played, I would have streamed Zelda, because I was playing nothing but that for like 6 months. Zelda and Splatoon, and I guess Super Mario Odyssey. So there we go. So, yeah, the Switch turned me back into a console guy, mostly. Okay, so she wants me to go find a guy to come to the city, or the town. Oh, but now that I have a chest, I can put some of my stuff away. Yeah, I don't need all this stuff. And I should probably build some more healing creams. Do I play Switch portable or console mode? I switch back and forth. I mean, if right now I have it hooked up to a computer monitor, which is pretty big. How big? It's like, yeah, it's a huge. It's like 27 inch. I do play it this way sometimes when I'm not streaming, but yeah, I mean, I'll switch back and forth. Like, I'll get sick of sitting in this chair and I'll go, midway through a game, I'll just pull it up and go sit on the couch over there, or I'll go play in bed, at night or something. I switch back and forth. I honestly probably 50-50 between console and portable. I'd say that's about right, 50-50. Actually, yeah, rearrange those. I'd say yes, absolutely. Yeah, because like, if it was, like a Wii U, I have that hooked up to my TV in my living room, and this is kind of my office, which I have kind of the back. Oh, I still have the Stardew Valley background. I should change that. Do I even have? It doesn't matter. So yeah, I mean, when I had my, when I was playing Wii U occasionally on my TV, if I wanted to, I couldn't go play in bed or something, if I'm like, oh, I'm tired, I'd have to stop playing. And now, I don't know if that's better or worse, but, like if I'm like, okay, well, it's, almost bedtime, I still want to play a little bit, I can just pick it up and go play in bed for a while. And I go on trips. My kids actually live in another state. When I go visit them, I bring my Switch with me. And yeah, like even like business trips and stuff. Occasionally go on business trips, always bring my Switch. So I can play in the hotel. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a game changer in terms of how much I play. I play way more video games now than I ever did because of that. And I guess that gives me a chance to try out more games. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of the genius of it, is that it's kind of best of both, like it's kind of like a DS combined with, or like a Wii combined with a DS or something, because it's, I used to leave my console at home and just bring my DS, but now I can bring all my favorite games with me. It kind of was amazing when I first got this, because it's so small, and it's like, I'm sitting here playing, Breath of the Wild. I originally had it on my big screen TV, and it was like, oh my god, this game looks so amazing, it's so fantastic. And then I brought it with me and was playing it on the plane, and I was like, I can't believe I'm playing this spectacular game on this tiny little screen, on this tiny little system, and it's still pretty much just as powerful. I mean, I guess the resolution gets a little bit lower, but you don't really notice on the smaller screen, so it's like, I can't believe I'm playing this console level game on this tiny little portable system. So yeah, that was kind of a revelation for me. And I mean, games like this even, it's just like, when I go back, I mean, I'll occasionally go back and play DS, like 3DS. I'm like, God, the resolution on this thing is so terrible. It just doesn't look nearly as good. This game looks so much better. Oh, let's see. I guess I should sleep. Let's see here. I need to fix this. You can't sleep in a room until you fix the room. Like I said, it has to be 2 levels high. Did that do it? Oh no, I'm still missing. Yeah. Yeah. I'll jump 1 block. There we go. Ah, come on. There we go. Yay. I heard Turtle Beach made these portable earbuds with a mic for mobile gamers, including the Switch. Yeah, I've heard of those. Yeah. In fact, well, I mean, I don't know if they're any better than, like, the earbuds that came with, like, my iPhone, or not. I would imagine they're a little better, but those ones are pretty good, too. Well, I guess the only problem with the iPhone ones are the microphone tends to pick up a lot of ambient sound. Oops. I read that twice. So yeah, I have noticed that. Like, I've used it when I'm on the phone and people are like, gosh, there's so much noise in the background. So that's a little bit annoying. I would hope that the Turtle Beach ones are better about that. These trackies aren't attacking me. Oop, something saw me. Oh. Ah! Got him. Somewhere there should be a guy. Oh, here it is. But yeah, I think I've heard about the Turtle Beach ones. Those are pretty good. Hello? Somebody there? Completely covered me in earth. Okay. Hi there. Building a town, yes. All right. Rollo, proud owner of that most venerable of books, the Cantlin Chronicle. So now I just have to head back. Get some of that sweet, sweet dirt to build with. Eventually, you can build a castle in this game, which is pretty cool. I like the castle chapter. It's split up into chapters. So you kind of start over each chapter, but it's a completely different town with completely different materials and different things you can build. Have I tried VR gaming? I have. I do not currently have a VR headset or, headset thing. But I have tried it. Go away. And it's awesome. Yeah. I have tried it back at my last office. We were working on developing some games, and someone came in to demo a VR headset, and it was really cool. And then some years, I haven't gone for a couple of years, but I've been to the Game Developer Console, or Game Developer Conference. Hey, Alan Harris, hey, how's it going? Hey, you found me on Stream.me. Awesome. I'm playing Dragon Quest Builders right now. How's it going? I had some people earlier, by the way, Alan, just come in, like when I first started playing. Oh, you know what? The Stream Me is not showing up on the screen. That's weird. Hold on one second. Why is my chat box not showing? Oh, I gotta fix that. Shoot. I will look into fixing that after I'm done with this game. I don't want to mess with it right now, but sorry about that. I had some people come in when I first started and just spamming all kinds of bullshit. It was terrible. I mean, I'm not HB. I'm not going to let them just spam crap there, so I just banned them and they went away. But Stream Me, I was like, oh well, at least I can ban people that are just being idiots. But how's it going? I'm all for free speech, but when you're just gonna spam the same idiocy over and over again, no. That's just ruining it for everyone else. So I used to go to the Game Developer Conference every year in San Francisco. Haven't been for a couple of years, and they would always have, I mean, they've had for many, many years, they've had VR demos, which have been pretty awesome stuff. Just watching soccer, it's halftime. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't know why on Stream Me. I guess because there's just so few people, so few streams on here that it's just easy for people to find. Who makes the best car headsets? Oh, VR headsets. I have no idea. I have no idea. Gosh, what was the one? what was the one that Facebook bought? Before they bought it, I thought that was the best one. Now that Facebook owns it, I'm not so crazy about it anymore. What is the name of... I'll have to look it up. But I don't have one right now. Like I said, I've only just like tried it for a few minutes. Oculus. I mean, I guess Oculus is still pretty good. I would imagine, I haven't tried it, but I imagine the Samsung Gear VR must be pretty good. I've heard good things about that. Oculus, yes, thank you. I mean, I'm sure it's still good, but I don't know. Those are really the only ones I've really heard of. The Oculus and the Samsung Gear VR. I'm trying to remember. I'm so bad because my company is an Intel partner, and I know that they... Let me see. I should know which headset they favor because that's the only one that I should be backing. Well, they have one called True VR, Intel True VR. Although that's just, I don't know, let's see. That's just like the technology. What is... I know, and I've seen demos of that as well. Like I said, since we are... Have I tried the PS4 headset? No, I've not. I was trying to remember... what systems use the Intel True VR. I don't remember. I'm so bad. I really should know that. But really those are the only two I've heard of, and I don't own either one. I need to make something with chimera feathers. Let's see, I can put all this junk away right now. Make some more healing cream. I'll need it eventually. Can't say I understand games. What do you aim for in this game? Good question. So this is Dragon Quest Builders. I don't know if you've ever heard of or played Dragon Quest games. They're RPGs. I think the original came out like in 1986 or something. And the premise of this game is at the end of the original 1986 Dragon Quest game, the final enemy, his name is Dragon Lord, offers to the hero to share the world and basically rule the world with the hero. And you can actually say yes in that game, and then the game ends. Or you can say no and fight him and win, and, you know, the game ends that way. So the premise of this game is the original hero from the original Dragon Quest game said, yes, I want to be evil and rule the world. And so the entire world of Alefgard is plunged into darkness. And however many centuries later, my character kind of wakes up. I guess he's dead because you start like in a grave, and some goddess wakes you up, and you have to rebuild the world. Hence Dragon Quest Builders. So you start out, and this town that I just started in was just kind of ruins, and you basically just have to rebuild all these towns and bring people together and eventually confront the Dragon Lord again. But at the moment, I'm at the very beginning. And you're just basically rebuilding. So it's kind of like RPG meets Minecraft. So you destroy, like, the whole world is made of these blocks. And you can, like, break, like, the earth here, like that. And you get these blocks and you rebuild. There's actually 4 chapters, so you end up rebuilding 4 different towns. And, yeah. So there's RPG elements. You eventually gain better and better weapons and armor. Like right now I've got this pathetic Oaken Club that has an attack of 5. You eventually get weapons with an attack of, 50 or whatever. And I'm wearing ragged rags. So eventually you get, suit of armor and a shield and swords and, yeah, and you just basically rebuild this world. So yeah, this is sort of the pathetic town that you start at. And you gradually build it up, and then in the end you build a castle. So like each chapter of the 4 chapters, you start sort of in a new area. And yeah, the final area is a ruined castle that you have to rebuild. Not quite from scratch, but so yeah, and then you bring these people into the town, and then hopefully this is the point, you start getting attacked. Like these creatures start attacking your town. Let's see if this is the point. Like several times in each chapter. I'm not going to read all of this. There's a lot of text. There we go. I got a broken branch. 4 of them. Let's see. Would this game be designed for kids? Yeah. I think this is kind of a kids game. Yeah. I mean, it's very cartoony. Yeah. There's no blood or anything like that. When you fight creatures, they kind of disappear in a poof of smoke. So yeah, I think this is an excellent game for kids. And adults alike. I like it too. You have to eat, you have this little hunger bar. There we go. So this doesn't doesn't upset the SJWs then. Who knows? I don't know. There is a princess at the end. In the last chapter, there's a princess that is turned to stone, and you have to rescue her. Although you can play as a girl. When in the beginning, you get to choose if you want to be a boy or a girl. But I don't know. I'm sure somebody would be triggered by the fact that you have to save the princess at the end. So, excellent question. Make me a kitchen. Well, who knows? Yes, this girl over here is asking me to make her a kitchen, so I'm sure there's something to be triggered by in every game. Who knows? People are silly. But yeah, no, I mean, honestly, this is a pretty innocent, straightforward game. There's really not really anything controversial about it as far as I can tell. But who knows? I'm gonna sleep. How long will this game take to complete? Well, I've played it through to the end. So like I said, there's 4 chapters, and each one is longer and longer. I would say when you, like the first time I played through and I didn't necessarily know what I was doing, and of course you can build to your heart's content. You can just like go nuts and build like multiple levels and get all complicated, but kind of if you do the basics and sort of all the main quests and don't really stray outside of that, like, chapter 1 is like maybe 2 hours long. Chapter 4 is like maybe 6 hours probably in your first playthrough. So yeah, 2 plus, let's say about 10, I don't know, 15 or 16 hours, I would say. I would say if you wanted to play it through from beginning to end, it would take about 16 hours. 15 or 16. No, it's not a free game. Definitely not. It's a full-fledged, I don't know, $50 or $60 game. This is on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I'd say I paid something like Yeah, maybe it was like $60, 50, something like that. Yeah, it is a full console game, which most of them are about $60. Definitely not free. This game is actually made by a company called Square Enix, which seems to be firmly against free games, which is, I kind of like that, because that means that they are going to make every game, you know, high quality. They're not going to skimp. They're not going to make it some piece of shit, full of what do they call it? Microtransactions, in-app purchases. It's like you buy the game, you get the whole game. You know, you don't have to spend anything more. You pay for it once and you get all the content. So a lot of these free games, yeah, you end up, if you really want to enjoy it, you end up having to pay something eventually. They get you on the microtransactions. Red Dead Redemption, it's probably the same. Let's see. Red Dead Redemption 2. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, you're probably thinking, how could Red Dead Redemption 2 cost the same as this game? But I bet you it's about the same price. Let me see. It's a good question. Why am I looking on the Rockstar website? I should be looking like on Amazon, right? Let's see. Red Dead Redemption 2 is $60. $60. Now if I look on Amazon for Dragon Quest Builders, it is, okay, it's $42. Well, it's $50. It's $50. So yeah, you can get this for $50 or Red Dead Redemption 2 for $60. Although actually it looks like it's, I mean, this game is a couple years old, so depending, you can get it for under 20. It's probably used. I don't know. Anyway, how can they be so the same? Well, this is a, you know, graphics aren't everything. This is a complicated game as well. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a big, Red Dead Redemption fan. Although I did like, I know it's not the same, but similar game is, I have it on the Switch, Skyrim, which is similar in terms of, realism and all that. That's probably, I think that was $60 too. What is my favorite game? Right now, probably Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, I would say. Breath of the Wild is probably my favorite current game. And that's $60 too. All these games are about the same. But yeah, like I said, I mean, to play this through from beginning to end is probably 15 to 20 hours of solid entertainment. You have heard of that? I'm sure a lot of work went into this too. I mean, you've got this expansive world you can go visit. I'm not going to say that this is the same as Red Dead Redemption, obviously. But, I'm sure they put a lot of time into this too. I don't know. It's a good question, though. I wonder what the margins are for this game versus that one. Those for the cash cost a lot more to see NFL. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you want to go to an NFL game, you don't get 20 hours of entertainment. What did that guy ask me to do? Oh. I think they just want me to raise to level 2. I'm trying to get to the combat part. And then I'll probably just take a break. Let's see. Yeah, I can make some pots. Those will raise my level. Oop. Here. Oh. I need to get some more grass. Yeah, I think once I raise my base to level 2, that's when the monsters attack. But yeah, Legend of Zelda, man, that's an amazing game. Amazing game. Alright. Thanks a lot, Alan. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. I will have the stream.me chat showing up on the screen by next time. Maybe I'll play Zelda later. But thanks for stopping by. Catch you later. You too. Take care. Thanks. Is that going to do it? Man, how much more stuff do I need? You know what I should do is make some of these rooms bigger. Let's see here. I think making this room bigger will make it worth more. Oops. Gosh, I keep hitting the wrong button. I usually make my towns pretty square. Oh. Put those back. I guess I'll just have to make more pots. Is that actually adding anything? I don't know. Actually, you know what would work? So if I made a separate pot room, just with pots. And a chest. And a door. I need a door. Let's see, a chest. And a door. And I believe I can just use... Yeah, that'll work. I believe I can just use one of these torches. Put a door. Put a torch. Empty room. Oop. And a chest. And if I put these pots, it will make it into a pot chamber. Which, oh. There we go, level 2. I didn't even have to do that, but let's see. This will actually make the residents start to make pots for me. So that's even better. Alright, so I think... Are they going to attack now? I think so. Yep. Oops. There we go. So now if I talk to him. Terrible tidings. Monsters plan to attack our great city. I'll fight by your side. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't have the stream me chat showing up, but I will fix that for my next stream, which will be hopefully later today. Ah, get back here, skeleton. There we go. Ooh, it's a big one. And I hate it that you can't hit them at the same time as somebody else. It's annoying. Ooh, I got a signpost. There we go. I got him. Yeah. God, so much dialogue. Ah, blue fragments. Hooray! Oh, see, someone else showing up. Alright. I need to put the blue teleportal back together. And a new guy showed up. LaRouche. Alright guys, I think I'm going to take a little break. Oh, where do I want to save this? I guess over my oldest one. Yeah, that's fine. So, thanks for stopping by, if anybody's still here. I'm going to fix that Stream Me chat, and later, I think, I've kind of been having a hankering to play some Splatoon, so I've been watching Miss Click play that on Twitch, and she's making it look really fun, and I haven't played it in several months, so I think I shall. So, thank you for stopping by. Played a little Stardew Valley and a little Dragon Quest Builders. It was good for kind of a lazy Sunday morning, but I'm going to play some more exciting stuff next time. So subscribe if you're not already, and you'll hopefully get a notification on somewhere. I'm streaming on like 5 different places at once, but hopefully you'll see me later. Maybe I'll play some Zelda. So catch y'all later. Bye bye.